guys, welcome back. So today's vlog is going to be about journaling and affirmations. Journaling and affirmations were also introduced to me by my wonderful life coach, Taylor Patton. And, she introduced it to me years ago along with the saging. But a few years back, I was so just deep into professionally DJing. And she actually brought it to us around that time. My twin and I have a twin sister. And we we'd come to her with a couple of issues back then, and we would say, we'd get really nervous to go on stage, and we'd just get this type of anxiety when we had a huge crowd to play in front of. So she told us to bring, affirmations and journaling on the road with us, and to practice it in our hotel room before we went on stage. But it just wasn't something that I dedicated my time to at that time of my life. But when my father passed away, I got reintroduced to it by her again. I turned to her for help, and she brought this back into my life. So these two things are something that I do every single morning, every single day. I don't miss a beat. It's just part of my lifestyle. It's like eating breakfast every day. You cannot leave your house without having something to eat. And that's how I look at this. I look at affirmations and journaling as a part of my morning ritual, which is, I have my egg whites in the morning with oatmeal. And before I do that, I do my affirmations and my journaling. It's just a part of my lifestyle, and it's just something that you need to do for yourself. And that's what I've learned to come to, is that, this is something that I need to do for myself to make sure my day goes smoothly, and to make sure my universe knows for that day, for that moment, that this is the tone that I want, and this is what I'm asking, and I shall receive as long as I practice it. So with affirmations, I start off with doing my affirmations first thing in the morning. I wake up every morning at 5 a.m. with my fiance, and I go into my little corner of my couch in my living room, and I make sure that the lighting is nice and comfortable and zen-like, and I sit down on my pillow and I open up my affirmation journal. So I like to have two, one for affirmations and one for journaling. I like to keep them separate. You don't have to. You can always do it on the same notepad, as long as you just, make sure half and half goes to journaling and the other half goes to affirmations. So, as you can see, I have been writing these affirmations for quite a bit. So before I get into how to do affirmations, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a background of how I was taught. So when I was sitting down in front of my life coach, Taylor Patton, I told her, there's just some things that I wish I could set for the day, or when I was going on set for DJing. So basically how she taught me is that affirmations is affirming. You're affirming your universe. You're affirming of what you want to feel at that moment, at that time of your life. So a good example, when I lost my father, I felt weak. I felt helpless. I felt guilty. I felt all these different types of emotions. So she asked me, what is it that you want to feel the opposite of? And I said, I want to feel fearless. So she said, okay, write down, I am fearless. But the trick is, with affirmations, is that the human mind takes 21 days to create a habit, whether it's good or bad. So to trick the mind and to, like I said, create a new habit, or to create, stop a bad habit, is that you write down in handwriting 1 through 21 the same sentence 21 times for 21 days. So the reason why you have to write it in handwriting cursive is that the way the memory works, it triggers through how you write, and it just kind of sticks to your memory and tells your mind that this is something that is going to create a new habit, right? So you write down day 1 on your paper, and then you number 1 through 21 all the way down the paper. Okay? So just simple, 1 through 21. And I, at the time when I lost my father, I wrote down in handwriting, I am fearless. It's the same thing, the same way every single day, 21 times for 21 days. That's how it works. And as the days go by, you'll start to feel this type of feeling of, wow, I am feeling a little bit more fearless day by day, because my universe is learning and my mind is starting to work in a different way. I'm making change. I'm shifting of how I want to feel and how I want to think. So you do that every single day. So the next thing we're going to do is take out our notepad for our journaling. So I do this right after I'm done doing my affirmations in the morning. I mean, it literally takes me 5 to 10 minutes for me time, for my Zen time, and I look at it like my meditation time as well. I take my time while I'm doing it. I make sure that I am really, really connecting with my universe at that time, with my mind at that time. When we wake in the morning, we are so sensitive to our thought process. We have just rejuvenated, our brand new cycle for the day, and it's just so crucial. I mean, if you can't do it in the morning, you can do it at night as well, which is also a really good way to do it too. That way you are calm for the night and you release your thoughts process for the evening and you can sleep well. But I actually do journaling in the morning and the evening if I feel the need to. So you can journal as many times as you want, just like saging. That's the beauty of this. It's so fun because you can do it whenever you feel the need. So before I get into how to journal, there's just those days where you are just sleeping in your bed and you wake up, which is all these thoughts that are going on in your head, and you're just hearing all the stuff and you're just like, oh my gosh, why can I not turn off the switch? And, when I first lost my father, I would wake up at the same exact time every single morning, and I would think, okay, is there something connected with these numbers, or is there something connected with my new habit that I've just started? And I would feel like I would just hear all these thoughts, and then I would get nervous, and then I would get really sweaty, and then I'd have to get up and just kind of take a walk and, maybe have a glass of milk, and it just drove me nuts. And so I went to my life coach, and the way she explains it is that our brains are like our computer screen. So if we have all this stuff going on, when you have your computer open and you have all these windows open, and the computer is just like, whoa, slow down, and all of a sudden it freezes, and you have to do a hard reset, or you have to do an improper shutdown. The way we do it with our brains is we have to write it down. So what it's doing is that it's pulling out that thought out of your thought process, out of your mind, and it's putting it on paper, which is releasing it back out into the universe. You're giving it back. So, and the other way of looking at journaling is, like I was explaining earlier, that I do it in the morning. I journal in the morning. And basically what journaling can also be about too is writing your thought process down and affirming your affirmations. So, like for example, a good way of doing journaling as well is that I journaled about this video, this vlog. I talked to my universe, talking to my higher power, I'm talking to my God, and I'm basically asking and telling, give me the right words, guide me the right path, give me the right things to share with my audience, and I'm affirming what my affirmation is. My affirmation right now is, I am a fearless speaker. So, I've been a DJ for so many years. I have been a performer for so many years, but a lot of performers out there, you would think that they would be so fearless on stage and we just take it over and we have this like light coming out. But there's a difference between talking in front of this little camera compared to going in front of thousands and thousands of people and DJing and performing and singing. It's really tough to sit here and not stutter and not go back and try to edit and try to make it perfect. And, so I journal about it, I write about it, and I just, I know that there is something calling on this. So I just ask for guidance, and that could be another way to look at journaling. So when we start to really grab a hold of, saging and journaling and affirmations and changing this part of your lifestyle and adding this, 3 simple steps of how to change and how to, reflect off of what you want to feel every day and how you want to make that proper shift in your life, you will start to feel a sense of strength, a sense of power. While my dad passed away, I just started turning on the TV, and all of a sudden everything was like yelling at me, talking about suicide and depression and anxieties and all this stuff, but only because I was attracting it. So the more I kept thinking about it, and the more I kept crying about it and just losing sleep over it. I mean, even in the middle of the night, I would turn the TV on, and it would be about some type of therapy place where I can go seek help because I am sad, but because I was attracting it. So I needed to make a shift of my thought process. I needed to make a shift on how I believed and how I wanted to look at life. So I did, and that's why I brought in saging, affirmations, and journaling into my life, because I knew I needed to get rid of whatever it is that was trying to haunt me, whatever it was that was getting to my mind and to my life cycle of, this is it and this is your new life. And I refused to live my life like that. So I started changing the way I woke up every day. Whether I got 2 hours of sleep, it didn't matter. I woke up doing this every day because I knew the way I was waking up and starting my day was not doing me any good. And that's how I look at affirmations and journaling. It is part of my fuel for my day. And that's how you can look at it too. And you will start to see yourself grabbing a hold of your will, of your life, and taking control. And once you start attracting and once you start practicing these tools, you will start to see what your universe has been asking for this whole time. Meaning you are finally the controller of your life. You are going to start attracting the things that you like. You are going to start attracting the people that you love. You're going to start attracting that future date that you've been dying for. You're just going to start attracting things that you want in your life at that time. And I cannot wait for, the future videos to come. We are going to do vision boards. We are going to do, teaching you guys what type of books I've been introduced to, which I'm still reading on, and I'm still learning. I'm still going through the process of learning how to connect with my soul and learning how to connect with the law of attraction. And I know you guys are probably saying, oh, I've heard of the law of attraction, I've heard of The Secret, and it really all just comes down to connecting your inner body with your universe. And you will start to see how miraculously your life can change just by adding these simple tools to your everyday lifestyle. So I cannot wait for you guys to start and start doing this and just keep practicing it every single day. And I promise you will start to see that beautiful change in your life. You will start to feel peace. You will start to feel at ease. And I know, because I've hit rock bottom. I've hit a wall. I've dealt with many, many trials and tribulations in my life. And not everybody could compare. Not everybody could say they've been through worse or better. It doesn't matter. Everybody out there has something going on that they need guidance with. And not all of us can turn to therapy. Not all of us can turn to a friend or a family. But we do have ourselves to turn to. And at the end of the day, we look at ourselves in the mirror and think, okay, I know that I am the one that has to make that change. And these tools can help you get there. So if you guys have any questions, any feedback, any comments, please feel free to leave that on my YouTube blog. And please feel free to email me if you guys have any questions about saging, affirmations, and journaling. Like I said, the next videos are coming, and we're going to be making vision boards together. And I'm going to be introducing to you guys my life coach, Taylor Patton. And I'm just going to share all kinds of fun tools and fun ideas, and try to make our lives a better place to live. Try to make this New Year's resolution. 2017 is going to be the year for all of us, I feel like. So thank you guys. Have a blessed day. Happy New Year's. And let's try to make this New Year's resolution count. All right?